Hello viewers and welcome to Let's Talk About It. This evening we'll be talking about an upcoming event, Asian Restaurant and Takeaway Awards, ARTA. Now many of you might be wondering, what is ARTA? Well, my guest tonight will be talking about just that. I want to welcome Mr. M.A.Munim Salik, founder of ARTA. Welcome, Mr. Salik.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, Salam.
Thank you very much. It's been lovely to be here.
Thank you for coming. Well, we do want to know more about ARTA, but just before we do, you are also CEO of Chef Online.
That's right.
A national platform for online restaurant takeaway order service. Please tell me a bit about Chef Online.
Right, Chef Online, we go quite a few years back. We started Chef Online about 3 years ago. We spent about a year doing R&D, research, development. And about 2 years now, we actually went live. And the purpose of Chef Online was, we've all been involved in restaurant industry. We've got families, friends, relatives, and I've spent a good number of years within the industry. And it was an opportunity that there is a big gap where that was lacking basically. The whole world is moving toward technology, and we did not have anything that was more affordable, or that was more, in a way that you could call yours, and you don't have to pay a big percentage of a business toward other platforms. We've started that. We went live about 2.5 years ago now, 2.5 years ago, and with a bit of luck, we've got over 1,000 businesses now trading on the platform. It hasn't been easy. It's been a long journey. What we found initially was not everyone actually believed in it because it's new. With technology, there are glitches. And then there was a fear factor of a lot of our older generations are not very comfortable with technology. And they were like not too sure, is it for us? But what we've realized now is that everyone, well not everyone, but many people are now coming back. The same people that they had that fear factor. Okay. So that's the very good positives of it. Yes.
Because it's a very competitive market as well.
It is indeed, and you've got the big boys, they've got the money, they've got the head start, and they've sort of made it. All these businesses, they've taken percentages like their business now. Okay. Most of them own like 25-30% of our businesses. That's the way things are. No.
Great. Now, ARTA. Chef Online is powering ARTA, so ARTA is powered by Chef Online.
Absolutely.
Asian Restaurant Takeaway Awards. What sets ARTA apart from, we know there are other awards as the British Curry Awards, Asian Curry Awards, just to name a few. So yeah, I would personally like to know, I'm sure the viewers are really interested to know.
I mean, look, with all awards, it's raising the standard of the industry. And I think we need to recognize the industry, we need to promote the industry. And it's how do you do this? And there are many different ways of doing it. One of the ways, there are a lot of organizations, for example, you've got the likes of BCA, the other organization like BBCC, I think it's BBCA,
yes,
the other BBCA, that's right. Yeah. They all are doing their fair bit to lobby the government to see how they can help the industry. But it's not only lobbying the government, there are other areas. And the other areas, for example, you also have to improve a lot of the things that you do every day. And technology, one area was that we realized that there's a big gap, that also needs to be looked at. And this is where we came in. And as Chef Online, that's where we've been focusing on. Now, moving back to the awards, as you know, Chef Online has been doing very well. We are going strength to strength. And it's time, how do we recognize the people there, trading or with Chef Online, or even who are not on Chef Online. And we thought it's a great way of recognizing the hard work, the people that are trading with us. And it's an opportunity to go out, reach out to the nation and say, look, this is something what we are doing. And the thing that what we're trying to bring in is get the whole country to come together. And one of our main concepts is to engage the consumers rather than just someone just making an application and winning an award. So our main target is engage the nation, engage the consumers that matters, engage the whole nation, try to bring everyone under one umbrella and see whether we can, really make a difference. And at the same time, recognize the hard work they do and take it from there.
Okay, great. Just before we go on to, we'll be seeing a video soon, okay. But just before we go on to the video, I'm sure everybody's aware and blogs and reports say the curry industry is under crisis, yeah. According to Financial Times, Telegraph, The Guardian and more. I just want to know a bit about your thoughts on that.
There is no denying, and the industry is struggling. I think one of the major challenges, the younger generations are not engaging the industry. That is one of the major problems. A lot of the older generations are now retiring. A lot have moved to Texas. And this is leaving a big void behind. And the other areas, I believe, it's been a bit unfair as well, where some of the more established businesses, they can still employ people from overseas because they don't do the takeaway element. Whereas the takeaway elements, which most of our restaurants are involved in, they can't because of that bureaucracy. It's unfair. It's unfair. So this is one of the unfair areas. But I mean, it's not only struggling with staff shortage, but we've also lacking in terms of moving forward. A lot of the older generations are not. They haven't accommodated changes, absolutely, and this is where they need help. Yeah. And they need help from any angle as possible. Yeah.
Thank you. Before we move on to talk a bit more about ARTA, let's see a video.
ARTA, Asian Restaurant and Takeaway Awards.
We're going to be showing you something new, innovative and really exciting in the Asian catering industry.
ARTA is not just another award ceremony. ARTA is unique. ARTA is ambitious. ARTA is unparalleled.
It isn't just a competition or just any old award ceremony. ARTA isn't about one special night or one specific accolade. It is, in fact, revolutionise and modernise the culinary industry in unimaginable ways forever.
The inaugural ARTA event is in recognition, celebration and elevation of the UK's South Asian culinary industry. A nationwide initiative to discover the Indian catering sector's unsung heroes.
It's about transparency, it's about engagement, it's the peers who will decide who they want to nominate, it's about client engagement, it's about working with media partnership.
This is a really exciting kind of new event. It's great to be part of the launch of it and to be able to share with the people here all the amazing things that curry restaurants around the country.
It's a great initiative and I'm extremely proud and happy.
Great pleasure to host the launch of the ARTA Awards. It sounds like it's going to be a really unique event in the industry in this country.
On the 30th of September 2018, we will award 16 regional prizes. The Newcomer of the Year Award, Chef of the Year Award and the Champion of Champions Award in honour of the outstanding Indian restaurant in the UK. An accolade recognised by a magnificent trophy worth over £50,000 and made of silver and gold. ARTA will honour the most talented and hard-working chefs and service staff and reward their unique creativity and skills.
Canary Wharf is very proud to be supporting ARTA this evening. As you know, we have a long tradition of supporting our local business community. I strongly support this initiative. It's a wonderful opportunity to celebrate the very best in South Asian cuisine.
The initiative is very novel. We congratulate you, we wish you all the best, and I extend our help to you anytime you need.
What ARTA does, it looks at the awards in a very, very different way. It looks at the industry in a really holistic way, looking at the skills, the best, not just in the kitchen, front of house, marketing, and all of the things that, the integral parts that every restaurant needs to do to survive and thrive.
How does ARTA work? ARTA's journey begins and ends on a customer level. Hundreds of thousands of restaurant customers, in addition to Chef Online's initial clientele base, will nominate their favourite South Asian restaurant. Our extensive PR campaign will reach out to consumers via regional media and social media platforms to maximise our audience.
I think the really special thing about these awards is that all of the nominees are going to be put forward by ordinary people, and they're going to be voted on by the public. So everyone in the country is going to have a chance to have their say and really promote the restaurant or takeaway house that they love.
We will geographically separate the UK into 16 distinct regions. Drawing on rich customer feedback, we will then approach prominent local businesses to take part in our prestigious campaign. Following this, participants will undertake a series of programs and competitions in partnership with local colleges and universities. Customers will also have the opportunity to win a brand new car as a grand prize for participating.
The nomination criteria is we'll be looking at customer reviews, we'll be looking at general reviews, i.e. TripAdvisor, Google, food hygiene. Then the customers will be nominating their favorite restaurant, i.e. quality of food, quality of service, value for money.
Delighted to be here in the House of Lords at the Asian Restaurant and Takeaway Awards being hosted by Baroness Uddin. Great to see so many people from our community here in Parliament at the beginning of the year to celebrate the consumer nominees and choices of among the restaurants.
The doors will open on the 30th of September 2018 onto a world of wonder, a kaleidoscope of culinary craftsmanship and electrifying entertainment, the likes of which have never been seen in our nation's capital. The Aurora Ballroom at Intercontinental London, the O2, will play host to the Asian Restaurant and Takeaway Awards for its inaugural celebration. ARTA has a vision. We would be delighted to share it with you. Engage. Support, sponsor. ARTAUK.com.
I hope you enjoyed that the video. It's very informative about ARTA. Now going back to our talk, the project event, how are you managing? How are you managing the whole event?
The whole event, right. As you probably realize, we are having the event at ARTA Intercontinental. That is a top-end 5-star venue within Europe. They don't come cheap. Along with this, we've got Madhu's doing the catering. Okay. And this is to ensure that we get quality. Now, it's not only the venue, we've also got Alka Yagnin, who will be providing the entertainment. So it is going to be a day of celebration, a day of entertainment, a day to recognize the industry. Unless you put in budget, you are not going to achieve the highest standard that you are trying to set. And our industry is not, it's really at the high end. It is a multi-billion-pound industry, yes. And I think we deserve to upscale, put ourselves amongst the best, amongst the mainstream. And that's what we intend to do. It's going to be a challenge, but we have Chef Online behind ARTA, and Chef Online will ensure that they ensure that the project is seen through. So hopefully we will have a good top end event.
So it's an ending of celebrations of sorts.
I would say it's a day of celebration.
Day of celebration.
It's a day of celebration, yes, and entertainment, and recognize the hard-working people within the industry.
Great. I'm sure a lot will be looking forward to that. I'd like to know the process about ARTA, the competition side of it, and what is the whole process, the nominations, how is that you mentioned earlier about it's for the people, the public are involved, so yes.
Right, the ARTA process is simple. Normal awards ceremonies, what they would do, they may send a mystery diners, or they may ask for you to provide certain detail, a recipe or things like that. But we thought we'd take it right to the grassroots level. It's the consumers who are eating out. It's the consumers who are ordering takeaways. And what we thought is who is better than them to decide who are their favorite eateries. So we went to the general public. We are promoting the event to the general public to say, right, nominate your favorite restaurant. And there are a lot of loyal customers there, which they are doing it. You'd be surprised how many people are loyal and they are nominating and they're coming back to the owner saying, hey, did you know I've nominated you? And the owner didn't even know. And that's the pleasure, that's the beauty of our awards. By doing this, we are also offering a brand new car as a thank you to the consumers so that they also feel part of it. They're also excited. And we've had various prizes as well. And we are going thousands of engagement where we've done iPads, we've done holidays, we've done cash.
So this is all part of the competition?
Part of the competition to encourage general public to get their engagement. Yeah. And by doing this, as of today, I believe we've got 2,300 restaurants being nominated. And that is a very, very good number, and that number is increasing every day. So the process is simple. Consumer does a nomination. They score a business on 3 elements, i.e. quality of food, quality of service, value for money. Now these are 3 areas. It's very, very important for a business to survive and thrive. Yes. Everyone has to have that within their armory in order to be successful. Then what else we look for is the reviews. Now reviews are equally important. What I've done is, as being part of Chef Online, when we traveled the country, we realized that a lot of people, a lot of businesses are avoiding the reviews. And this is something that they cannot afford to do moving forward. It's time we realize that we wake up to the reality and we have to take this into account.
So take on board reviews from the
brought in reviews. So we're looking at TripAdvisor, Google, food hygiene. They are all equally important. So we've got 30% of the scoring coming from quality of food, quality of service, value for money. Then we've got another 30% coming from the reviews. From those 2 elements, we will be shortlisting the businesses to the next phase. And we are hopeful that from every region we'll have up to 30, providing logistic allows businesses to go to the next stage, where we'll have a cook-off in every region. And that will be all over the country. So we'll probably have around about 13 cook-offs. Okay. From the cook-off, then we will select the top 10 regional businesses who will then become the finalists.
For the finale?
For the grand finale. Okay. And then once they move to the grand finale, then there'll be judges will be putting in their input as well. So you'll have the combination of consumer nomination, reviews, cook-offs, and then the judges giving their final say. Mm. So it's going to be a thorough process from various different angles. So anyone getting nomination to the cook-offs, to the finale, they will be worthy and they will wholeheartedly deserve to be there.
Through the different stages. My next question was going to be on judging of the winners. How is it, the clarity and the transparency?
Right. Okay. So the judging ways, as I explained, every time a customer nominates you, they give you a score. So they'll give you a 5-star for food. Quality of food. Then another 5-star for, it's up to 5 stars, so they can give you 1 as well. So it says up to 5 stars for quality of food, quality of service, value for money. Same goes with Google review, TripAdvisor review, food hygiene. Because if you look at food hygiene 5-star as well, Google 5-star as well, TripAdvisor 5-star as well. So with those, we are getting the data direct from the, for example, Google themselves, TripAdvisor themselves, food hygiene standard agency themselves directly. So we're getting those scorings. No one can manipulate them.
So you're
collecting them
all the data
through their APIs. Yeah. And then we put in a sophisticated scientific calculation in place where we have average weighted scoring. So every score matters. The more nomination ones get, the more higher the scorings are, then they get the higher marking. So we put that in place. So we can, the first phase are based on this. Then you add on to the cook-offs where the judges will put in the process in place, and then they will look at, for example, again, presentation, aroma, texture, and how, the quality of food as well. So it's a combination of things that makes up the total scoring process.
Okay, all very intricate and interesting. So tell me a bit about your team. How many do you have on your team? I'm sure it's not.
Okay,
it's a big.
It's a fairly big team, but we are, well, it's not a big team, but we are very effective. Everyone's sort of like dedicated, and we've got two different teams. We have a steering committee who are helping with the everyday logistic of the event. How do we move forward and how we're doing things, and then we have the ambassadors. So on the ambassadors, we've got parliamentarians, we've got celebrities. Plus, we've got business advisors on board who are helping us from various different angles, guiding us to make sure that we are sort of like, doing or taking this event to the highest of the standards. Then we have the steering committee. We sort of, we are making sure that everyone's giving their input. Because you always have different ways of doing things, and you have to make a choice.
Yes.
And if you do it by yourself, then you can easily get it wrong. But at least if there is a collective decision, then there's less chances of you getting it wrong,
Great. Now, last week saw the unveiling of the trophy, the winning trophy. Cost is a large amount. In my mind, the 1971 World Cup trophy was about $50,000. Wow. And your trophy for ARTA is £50,000. 50K, in other words. Please, I'd like to know about the trophy.
Okay. Look, we want to make a statement. Yeah? The trophy is an iconic symbol, and we want to ensure that it represents the standard, it represents the industry, it represents what we are trying to achieve. It's like the World Cup, it's the World Cup.
Yes.
And when whoever lifts that up, then they get that feeling, It's not really what it's made of, but yes, it's a statement. And we want that ARTA trophy to be that. Whoever wins it, they want to feel that, well, I've won something that we can be proud of. And that trophy has been commissioned by world famous trophy makers, Thomas Light.
Yes.
And that is a unique piece of
art.
How do you call it? You can call it art. Unique, you can call it, whatever you like, but it's a unique piece, and it's very, very well designed. And I'm sure if you actually physically see it, then you realize that it is something to be proud of.
Well, I'm hoping to see it. So, yes.
But it will definitely represent a symbol, and it will be an iconic piece of artwork that we can be proud of. So
the trophy, winning trophy, it will every year your event it will go to.
It will rotate every year to the winner, and the winner will have a replica of the identical trophy to keep. Yep.
I think we're drawing to an end. The finale, the grand finale. You said it's going to be taking place in the renowned Intercontinental Hotel.
That's right.
When is this taking place?
Right, the grand finale is on 30th of September 2018. It's at the O2 Intercontinental. And as I said, it's a magnificent venue. It's a very, very beautiful venue. I'm sure you've been to the O2. It's open, it's spacious, yes. It's by the river, yes. And it's got the grand ballroom. And we are very hopeful that we will have people traveling from all over the country, and it will be a place where we all can meet up, network, celebrate, recognize our achievement, and enjoy the day with some wonderful food and
entertainment, of course.
Absolutely, entertainment, yes. You know, and hopefully it will bring back the golden days when the catering industry was the prime, the 80s and 90s. And Alka Yagding is from the 80s and 90s, which everyone's probably grown up with her music at that time.
Definitely.
So that will bring back old memories as well.
It's all very exciting, and I'm sure it's exciting for you and your team, the lead up to the grand finale. Those that would like to attend the event, how can they attend?
Well, we will have our reservation opening soon. I believe it should be opening by next week. So everyone will be able to just go on our website and choose a table for them to, sort of like take it from there.
Great.
So one thing is very important is people to go in there nice and early. Then they get to choose choose a table that's more appropriate for them.
Okay.
Because sometimes if you leave it till too late, then once the table's gone, it's gone. And we've actually haven't got that many to sell. We've got very few tables because of the way things are done. Okay. Yep.
So they've heard it. How you can. The reservations will be opening
by next week.
Information will be opening by next week.
Absolutely, yes.
I just want to say thank you very much, Mr. Salik, for coming on Let's Talk About It and giving us an insight on ARTA. Is there last few words like you would like to tell?
Yeah, I would say to everyone, like, it's not about winning, it's about participating, and by participating, there are a lot of benefits by participating. It's actually give you recognition, the team gets motivation, the customer also get motivated at the same time knowing that their favorite place is actually participating in awards and events such as ARTA. At the same time, we should all encourage our customers to nominate. This way then we also have a way of engaging with our customers and something to talk about.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
again.
welcome. Thank you.
So they've heard it. You can nominate your favorite restaurant. So get nominating. Go on the website and put in your nominations for your favorite restaurant. I'm going to take leave now. I will be back with some more Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, Meghna, signing out now.